Welcome, friends. I am Dr. Narendra Grover. Interpersonal skills. First thing, what does it mean? It means how we interact with other person. Interpersonal. Between two person or between many persons. And as it is well said that a man is a social animal, we live in a society. Every day we deal with, interact with so many people in our life, our relatives, friends, neighbors, even strangers in a mall or in a plaza. So, interpersonal skills form a very, very important part of every human life. We live by or we speak through our mouth, as I am doing now. K4 network channel is my original channel, and I started this getting inspired. It's a motivational sharing what I have learned in my life. Most of it may look good to you, and some things may not, but that's how we live. So, coming back to topic, between head and heart, I call it H to H. We speak what we know, what is in our head, and then heart. Let's understand heart. There are so many things, medically speaking, we can say that heart is just a blood pumping station. It is, though, but it is much bigger than what medical science tells us. Heart is another way of living. I would say more important or equally important as the head is. So, head is what? Heart, we know, blood pumping station, but still carries a lot of feelings, sentiments, love, affection, respect, and many more things. While head is what we have learned, it's a data based organ, and based on that, today's computers are invented. So, what the data you have, you can speak out of your data. What you have learned in school, college, university, or with your parents, your teachers, your friends. So that's how we make opinions, our prejudices, our biases, our thinking process. It goes with the head. And heart is a subtle part of, if I can say it aptly, that heart is a subtle part of head. Both go together. Both run parallel like the railway lines. So, between head and heart, I think there are four ways which we are going to discuss in this small presentation. H to H, heart to head, or head to heart, or heart to heart, or head to heart. So, as I said, both are a parallel lines like a railway track. You can't live without either. So I have divided all this section into four. We will see each one by one. So the first one is head to head, data you have and data other have. Now, funny thing is, your data cannot be similar or same as the other one whom you are interacting with. He has his own way of, right from way of upbringing to school he went, the teachers he met, the classmates he had, the peer pressure he had or didn't have. So it's all different. So as I say, data is just a mind, right? Head. So mind, head, and data, we can say they are one unit, because you can only speak out of data you have, the data you learned, what you perceive. There are some analytical skills in that goes well with heart as well as head. So when you are talking about head to head, what does it mean? Two datas, one yours, one others. And data is used for the benefit most of the time. So mind or head is like a businessman. It does or speak when or where it sees the benefit. What I'm going to get. Head to head means clash, a conflict, or a sort of fight. That's how we see when two heads collide. Two heads can never meet. Remember, two heads can never meet. And usually we listen, I agree to disagree with you, or I agree, or I disagree, or I disagree with you, but my situation is that I agree with you. Like it happens with the boss and the subordinates. Anyways, head to head has many, many problems. Like you speak, other is supposed to listen, but other is also ready to speak. There's no one to listen to unless you are in the class. I mean, class up to grade 5, 6, 7, maybe 8. You don't rebel. You are to listen to what the other is saying. So head to head is like that. And even when you are talking, you're speaking, other may or may not be listening. He is getting ready to speak out what he thinks fit or what his data guides him. So there's a pressure when we are head to head. Like in business deals, both are trying to extract maximum. So basically, head to head means exploitation, overpowering other. It doesn't go well in human relations or interpersonal skills, I would say. Because when you're talking to a person, a relation, or a friend, the more important is you listen. You listen to others' point of view or others' problem or how he or she is feeling. So, head to head, hardly there's any dialogue, argument justifying that I am right. I am right means ego. Okay. So, two egos clash is head to head. Before we go to another way of living, which is head to heart, let us remember that Very, very rarely head to head can be cordial. Again, it can't be cordial because cardiac is the another way we call heart, like cardiac stroke. Hey, I don't mean it, but yes, it cannot be cordial. It has to be clash. So let us remember it is certainly will be clash. Sometimes you may agree, adjust depending upon your situation. Now, coming head to heart. You may be looking at that I have written this title in a Hindi language too, because there may be many listeners who may understand Hindi. Of course, this program will be made both in English and Hindi, this channel, because everything I want to reach more and more people. Though I'm not sermonizing, friends, I'm just sharing on YouTube what I have learned or the way I have understood or the lessons I learned on interpersonal skills from my master. So, head to heart means from data we are coming down. Even if you see the situation, head is here, heart is down. So, we are coming down. Ego is coming down. It's a sort of melting, like snow at the peaks. Now it is melting, coming as a river. There's a flow. And in this flow, all the learning essentials of life starts. Like a child doesn't want to go to school, okay? But parents send him to school to learn. Of course, learning is in the head, and head doesn't want to go to school. But by the melting to your heart, you go to school. You learn so many things. There's a transformation process starts, and then there's a change for the good. So when we come down from heart to come down from sorry from head to heart, we are basically learning how to flow. It's like swimming, how to float, and is again another way of life. Let's go to number three, heart to head. Right now, the process is reversed, like changing for good as it happened from when we go from head to heart. Now, heart to head means we are growing up, we are gathering more information, more data, because uh, by default, survival is an instinct. We have to learn. We have to learn the ways to live in this world, to have better skills. So it starts with growing up. From head, heart to head means we are growing up now from childhood, which was like heart, which was like a flow. Now it is going up. I mean, change for the good. So learning, now we learn a lot of things. We go to school, but head has come. So problems need to come. Now, when we from heart to head, we go, we are taught competition. There are so many things. Like I would say, a formation of ego starts now because Now your head is getting headier. Yes, head is getting headier is means it is getting more information, more data. It is heavy now, so you have some ego that you start attaining now because there's a competition. There are compromises. As an growing adult, teenager, there's a frustration. There's a rebellion. So nothing goes only minus or plus. It's a package. It's always a package. So when we discuss all four things, four ways of living, yeah, we will find good things in one and bad things, but it is for you to decide and at a situation how to go now. Like if you're dealing in a business, then you're head to head. Yeah, you have to extract more profits. But as we go to the fourth part, we will see lot of things. So the fourth stage is heart to heart, from sentiments to sentiments, and understanding, and all prevailing love. This all I always say, love is the foundation of humanity. It starts with mother and the child. A mother keeping you in the womb for 9 months, carrying a burden but feeling happy with every moment. That is love. That is heart to heart. Maybe you are in the mother's womb, but hearts are connected. Lovers. Another example. Husband and wife. Another example. But husband and wife, especially, or even friends, we see when the conflict comes, when head overrules the heart, we see divorces, we see friends becoming foes, the same person with whom you were enjoying life, now he wants, or both of you want to crush each other. That is because head has overpowered. But when it's heart to heart, besides mother and child, I have another beautiful example of Buddha, a Jesus, a Nanak, all those masters, those who knew the value of heart. For them, heart is not just a blood pumping station. So, the beautiful relationship, the beautiful interpersonal skill, which will keep you in a very peaceful and happy state. And heart is that organ, not pumping blood. It is pumping the real elixir of life. Friends, heart to heart means I may be having faults, others is not faulting. This means all is good. You understand that things happen, but nothing stays forever. Things will change, but you don't change with the or you don't get disturbed because of the changing situations in our life. When it is heart to heart, it is real conversation, a dialogue. You listen, you understand. So all the beautiful points in our life which make our life Real worth living comes from heart to heart. There's no exploitation, there's no ego. Even sometimes you will find you melt into each other. Lovers, time vanishes, hearts join. It is a joining force. And the beautiful phenomena in life, in my opinion, you may disagree. And I would certainly like your comments on all the four points we discuss in this, or I discuss in this. If you like any of those, please comment. Your comments are certainly going to help me to bring out another such episodes. The next in line is a very contradictory, in my opinion. uh, People are always, they want, you want to be happy as well as successful. So these are the 2 points in modern life, that you want to be successful, you want to be happy. Anyway, so your comments on this will also help me to discuss more on this, or even on any of these points. Your comments are most welcome. But in my opinion, the best way of living, interpersonal interacting, is heart to heart. So it's a closing time of this episode on interpersonal skills. H to H is home to home. To me, it looks like heart is a home, resting place, peaceful, while head is a wanderer. It takes you places. It wants to search. It wants to know. It wants to know more and more and more and more. There's no end to it. But when you are home, you are peaceful. You are relaxed. And I wish you all to live a very relaxing life. And you are finding here on the screen Om. Om is an Indian word which is, they say, is a universal first word. Om. So home to home, I wish you all a very, very wonderful life, wonderful journey. And my last request to you, if you like this, please like it, subscribe to our channel Getting Inspired. Besides K4 Network, where I discuss worldly things, here we are going to, in Getting Inspired, we are going to discuss what I have learned, I would like to share with you. Of course, again, I will request you to share it with your friends if you like it. My purpose is to share, and if you share it with your friends, more people may get something out of it. Even when I was in my university, one of my professor used to say, as a professor, I teach in a lifespan of say 30 years about 2,000 students. Even if two go to the top or live a beautiful life as a teacher, I think I done my job. So before I close this, I'll again request you to please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And with the thanks at my heart, I thank you all. And please, once you subscribe, you can have more videos like this. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful life.